Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. This is our Profitable Interior Designer broadcast. I am here with my associate coach and luxury interior designer, Lesley Myrick. How are you, Lesley?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Nancy?
I'm okay. We were sitting talking before we went live about the, changes in the industry and how it's never easy, right? To get your price and to get the types of jobs that designers want. It's not easy, right? So today we want to talk about in particular, how do you know if pricing your services is enough or if you're leaving money on the table? I swear I get this question every single day from our Profit Insider Academy clients, right? Like when they're doing proposals, they're checking with us. Does this sound right? Does this seem right? The client pushed back. They thought it was too much. How do I modify? What do I do? Like we're always being checked on whether the designer thinks that it's fair market value.
Yes.
Right. And if the industry is charging the same as they're charging, this is something they always want to know. So tell everybody where we get these questions from that we talk about on our Thursday broadcast first.
If you are a member, and it is free, of Nancy's Interior Design Business Forum Facebook group, there is a pinned post at the top where you can submit your questions and we will change your name. It is anonymous. We get it. And we would love to actually answer your specific questions and help you out on this Thursday broadcast we do every week.
Absolutely. All right. So today, tell them this is from Amanda. And I already stated the concern, right? How do I know if I'm pricing my services enough or if I'm leaving money on the table? And am I standard in the industry? What do other people charge and how do they charge and all that fun stuff? So why don't you give them tip number one?
Oh, goodness. And I know this is everyone's first thought.
Yes.
I gotta go see what everyone else is charging. I should go check Facebook groups or look at other people's websites and see what a consultation costs. But point number one that we have for you is please be wary of crowdsourcing in industry groups because you don't know their business, their location, what their experience is, and most importantly, if they're even profitable.
Yes, I think it's always interesting where people go, this is what I do. Okay, that's great. But I don't know whether what you do is working for you. I don't know if their clients are happy. I don't know if they're profitable at the end of the day. I don't know if they are having their boundaries pushed constantly and they're crying at night because they can't sleep because clients are unhappy with them. But they're willing to give you, well, this is what I charge.
Yep.
But you don't have the rest of the story. You don't have the rest of the picture. And I get so worried when I see designers struggling with making enough money, asking other designers what they do, and then they try to implement it and it doesn't quite work the way they think. They don't have all the details. They don't know how to roll it out properly. They don't have the confidence sometimes. Oh, am I frozen?
You're a little laggy.
Yeah. Okay. They don't have the confidence sometimes to deliver those pricing models until they learn more about how to do it right. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I'm going to push back a little. And the flip side of that, where I've seen this and where it can be a positive, is sometimes it can be empowering to see what other people are charging and go, wait, they can charge that much? Like I can charge that much. That's the only time I find it helpful. But if you start finding people are saying numbers that are less than you, I think or right around where you are, like it can actually be really confusing because you don't know. You don't know their business. You don't know if they're making money. You don't know if they're saying they're charging X per hour, but then they're doing a flat fee and really not making that. So be mindful of crowdsourcing. It is not always as helpful as you think it might be when you are crowdsourcing from these large groups where you don't know the people you're asking questions of and don't have a relationship with.
Yes. And we all know people who don't focus on their own businesses. They focus on everyone else's business, right? So while they're not doing as well as you may think, they're telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Right. So be careful when you're crowdsourcing because there's a lot of people in those groups, in my group too, that want to be really helpful to other people. And sometimes, like you said, it's great. It's great to get the information so you want to switch directions or you want to try something new. But just be careful and have the awareness that you don't know the whole story and you don't know really who you're taking advice from and how their business is actually doing. So be careful on that. All right. So Number two is we have the pricing model, the key. And a matter of fact, I just got an email this morning from someone who said, I purchased the key and I want the upgraded version with the GPT, which now you can literally just talk into the key or type into the key GPT and say, this is the kind of job I'm estimating, I'm quoting, can you help me, ask me questions, and it will do it. We programmed it to help you with some standard things we want to make sure that you do right every single time to make sure you're profitable. So those designers who have purchased the key and are using the key are definitely at the right level of charging for the jobs that they're estimating. Yeah. Right. But then you have the issue, and we're not going to go into that a lot here, but then you have the issue of, do I have the words, the confidence, the knowledge to sell this to my client? Right? Have the conversation. You know, I hate the word sales, but like have the conversation that gets them to understand the value of your proposal and get them willing to pay for it. Right? So if you are not sure you're charging right, you crowdsource, you realize, I'm definitely not charging enough. Then possibly you're using the key to figure out, okay, I need to charge more. The key is telling me the industry standard. Nancy and Lesley created this product that tells us exactly how we should be charging to protect our profit and do the best job we can do for our client. But now I've got to learn how to sell it to the client, right? So tell them how they do that.
You just say the numbers and shut up.
Right.
Truly. Right. I mean, talking about money is nerve-wracking, but I have learned, and we share this here a lot because I think it's such important information. You just have to get comfortable or stay uncomfortable, but do it anyway. Talking about money early and often.
Yes.
Be neutral about it. It is not good or bad. It is not expensive or not expensive. It is a number. It is an educated number that you are presenting to a client and they can take it or leave it. You go to a restaurant, a pizza's $20. You want the pizza, you pay $20. Great. You come to me for design. Here's the price for the design. Do you want it? Great. That's it. It really is that neutral. And of course, I say that knowing like I'm in this industry too. I have those conversations with clients where I had a proposal this week where literally the total for the project was close to double what the client wanted to spend. And what I told her was, this is my proposal today is the dream. It's everything you wanted to accomplish. Now you know what that investment is, and you can make a decision whether you want to increase your investment and we get this done, or do we pull the scope back so we can sort of reverse engineer into that end goal
number, right? That they want.
This was not emotional. It was not, I know the number's really, really high. I'm so sorry, but I think it's really expensive. Like it was just, here's everything you asked for and what it's going to cost. And this does take practice, but you can do it. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. It just
and we do this. We role play this in the Profit Insider Academy for someone who's really nervous about it. We show them how to do the pretty stuff first and then present the number. And then if they get pushback on the number, what do they do? What do they say? How do they handle it? How do you present properly? Do you send it in advance? Do you not send it in advance? What's the right timing? Like these little nuances can make the difference between success and closing that deal or not. But also what Leslie's saying is really true. And I don't want to be one of those coaches that say you can close 100% of everything. No, you can't, because people's realization of what things actually cost. I should say there's a disconnect between what people actually understand about how much things cost in the interior design world and how to do it right. And your jobs as interior designers are to learn the words, the communication style, the method to communicate your price and your value, and then the deliverables and the timing, and go yes or no. And if we can't do it right now, it doesn't mean they don't like you. It doesn't mean they don't like what they saw on your website or anything you said. I get that a lot. Like, I don't think they liked me. I think they went with someone else. Sometimes it's just that they can't do it.
Yeah,
they just can't do it for whatever reason, and it has nothing to do with you. So this is stuff we go over in the Profit Insider Academy often. I'd say every session this comes up as to, how can we handle something a little differently, a little better. And this is how we learn, right? By doing it. And in your case, they didn't expect it to cost double what they thought their investment level should be. So
Correct.
it's your job as the expert to say, okay, if 100,000 is what you have, this is how we can spend it with the best value
Yes.
for your money. But if you want to do it right, this is how much it's really going to cost.
Mhm.
Right?
That's
Or do
we
it.
are educating clients. Like, it probably is shocking to them, and it's really important just to continue to position yourself as that expert. You know your numbers, you know the reality, especially if you're using a tool like the Key. You have that paper courage behind you that no, this is what it's going to take to see your job through to completion well.
And right, and do it well and have that leeway. I mean, here's the problem. Most designers are pricing their jobs so tight in order to accommodate the client, because the client wants it as cheap as possible. And then the designer is like, I don't have enough hours left to do what they want me to do. I know this should be done, but I can't do it because I took it out. You took it out because the client complained it was too much money. You didn't show, possibly during that beginning stage, the value of that particular item that you took out. So there's always nuances when you're speaking to clients. We can teach you how to do it, but then there's nuances, which is why those who coach with us in the academy, they have access to our business helpline, which is a walkie-talkie app right to my phone and Leslie's phone, where you can say, I just spoke to the client. I said this, they said that. I'm not sure what to do next. We help people in the moment as well. So, when it comes to your pricing, please understand your job is to price things right, to educate the client as to how much it costs to do what by when. Yeah. That's transparency. Okay. So if you're struggling with being profitable on every single job, because you need that profitability on every single job and to roll up to a profitable business by the end of the year. Yes. Right? If you're losing money on every job, that slowly rolls up to the end of the year, you are at a loss, right? So we don't want that. We want to make sure every job you get and help you attract the right jobs. And then every job you get, you actually make a profit. And we do that all in the academy, which our next group program, it's a small group coaching program. Everyone gets a high level of attention and touch, which is important for your success. These big coaching groups are not my thing. I like small, intimate, high touch so that I can make sure everyone has success in their own way, in their own business, right? Whatever your goals are. So how do they join the academy, Lesley?
Go to nancyganzigoffer.com and there will be a link to apply. Get on Nancy's calendar for a quick application review call. Talk about the program, ask your questions, get Nancy's input, and I hope you will consider it because it is a life-changing 6 months you're about to embark on.
Absolutely. And I feel like, and I might be coming out with a video on my Instagram on this, like people wait so long to get help. And I get it. I did the same thing, but I got people coming in sometimes 25 years in business and they've never made money because they've always run it like a hobby. I've got people who are in business 2 or 3 years and decide I'm going to start right from the beginning, so I don't go to 25 years without making money, and everyone in between. So if you're in a position, please don't be feeling embarrassed by any means, because everyone struggles growing a business, and it's a whole different animal being an interior designer and running a business.
Absolutely.
Different skills, right? But it can be taught and you can learn it and we can help you do it. So click the link in our description on wherever you're watching this live if you're interested in helping your business get to the next level. And finally, being profitable, bringing in the types of jobs you want. That's what we're all about. All right. Did I miss anything, Lesley?
No, I'm just excited for this next group. And I will say pricing is the first thing we talk about in the 6 months. So just know that if you're struggling with this and you're like, well, is it going to take a while to get there? No, this is call numero uno. We make sure that we are getting you priced right and packaged right so that you can start making money, and then we'll address the other challenges. Right.
Attracting your ideal client, the process, the step-by-step, like we want to make sure you're pricing right.
Yes. From minute one.
So, all right, everyone, I hope to see you on my calendar. If you are struggling to grow your interior design business, the Profit Insider Academy next group starts in September, this month, September 23rd. It's an accelerated group. So in 6 months, your business will look and feel completely different from you, and definitely better if you're struggling. Okay, so talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye, Lesley.